classification of higher fungi. So higher fungi again are of two categories, Ascomycetes and Basidiomycetes. So let's have a look at Ascomycetes first. See, Ascomycetes, the general characteristics are mycelium is septate. Septa possesses simple pore. If you remember simple pore and dolichopore, right? Ascomycetes have simple pore. Cell wall is made up of chitin. Motile structures are absent. As I have told you, it's only present in Oomycetes. Other than that, everywhere it's absent. Okay? Now, asexual spores will be basically conidia will be produced. Sexual reproduction can be of various types in various members, like gametangial contact in Pyrrhonema, gametangial copulation in yeast, spermatization in Ascobolus, somatogamy in Peziza. Alright? Now, dikaryophase is present. After all, it's a higher fungi, so dikaryophase is present. Some dikaryotic cells behave as ascus mother cell born in the sac-like ascus. Because they bear sac-like ascus, that's why commonly they are also known as sac fungi. Alright? Now, each ascus bears 4 to 8 ascospores, mostly 8 ascospores. Okay? Now, ascus may occur in aggregated fructifications called ascocarp. Few of them may be edible. Now, sometimes the ascus, they might sometimes be born singly, or they might remain in aggregation also. If they remain in aggregation, they are usually born in aerial fructifications, means something that will remain above the soil or above the substratum. Okay, and these fructifications are called ascocarp. Alright, and few of the ascocarp of certain species are going to be edible, which we commonly call as mushroom. Alright, fine. Now for the important part, that is examples. So important members are Penicillium chrysogenum, that is of course well known for producing the first antibiotic, penicillin. Do you remember one thing? The first antibiotic was extracted from Penicillium notatum, but nowadays it is extracted from Penicillium chrysogenum. Alright? Next, yeast. Yeast is the basis for two important industries, that is baking industry and brewing. That means for making alcoholic beverages. Brewing industry. Okay? Aspergillus is commonly known as weed of lab because it commonly will be contaminating other microbial cultures. That's why weed of lab. Weed is something that grows unwantingly, isn't it? So weed of lab. Aspergillus flavus is another species which will be bearing a poisonous substance or chemical that's called aflatoxin. It's carcinogenic or causes cancer. Okay. Claviceps is basically well known. You have already heard about it while we discussed regarding sclerotia, isn't it? So now claviceps will be also responsible for causing a disease in plants called ergot disease. Ergot of rye, ergot of barley, etc. Also, if such infected plants are accidentally eaten up by human beings, then it also causes a disease in human called ergotism. The main characteristic or symptom of the disease of ergotism is hallucinations. Okay. Next, Neurospora crassa. Now this one is very, very important and has been asked many a times in the exams. Okay. Neurospora crassa is pink mold and it is extensively used for genetical or biochemical studies. Okay. That's why we call it Drosophila of the plant kingdom. Why Drosophila? Because Drosophila among the animals have been used extensively for genetical experiments. So fungi, which was before regarded as a plant, so among the plant, okay, it was Neurospora crassa used extensively for genetical experiments. That's why Neurospora crassa is also known as Drosophila of plant kingdom. Alright. Finally, morels and truffles. Okay, Morchella. Morel is also known as Morchella. Morels and truffles, they are known for producing edible ascocarps. Okay. Bura. Morels and truffles are known for, so morels also known as Morchella, it is known for producing edible ascocarps but above the ground, And truffles, they are also going to bear edible ascocarp, but inside or underground. Alright, so this is all about Ascomycetes. Next, let us discuss Basidiomycetes. Alright, now for Basidiomycetes, the general characteristics are mycelium is septate. Septa possesses doliprane. This time it's doliprane. Cell wall, of course, is chitinous. Motile structures are absent as usual. Asexual reproduction occurs basically in case of Basidiomycetes. There are two types of mycelium observed. Mycelium, which is primary mycelium, which is usually short-lived, is monokaryotic, is going to possess a single nuclei per chamber. Okay, but what is long-lived in Basidiomycetes is another type of a mycelium called dikaryotic mycelium, where each chamber will possess two nuclei. Okay, so asexual reproduction in monokaryotic mycelium will occur by oidea, conidia-like spores, whereas asexual reproduction in dikaryotic mycelium, which is long-lived rather, will be occurring by chlamydospore or binucleate spores, that is acidiospore, uridospore or telutospores. Okay. Now, sexual reproduction of course occurs by somatogamy. That is very, very important for you to remember. Dicadophase is of course present, it being a higher fungi. Basidium is born with 4 basidiospores. So here Basidiomycetes, the name itself comes from Basidium. So during sexual reproduction there are of course going to be a Basidium which will give rise to 4 basidiospores. 4 basidiospores. Basidium may remain aggregated in fructifications called basidiocarp. So just like Ascomycetes will bear ascocarp, likewise Basidiomycetes also may possess aggregation of basidium in some aerial fructifications called basidiocarp. Alright, now for important members. So here also there are many important members like Puccinia is the rust fungi, it causes the disease rust. Like for example Puccinia graminis triticae, it produces black rust of wheat. Ustilago is smut fungi, it causes a disease called smut. Now smut can be of two types, covered or loose smut. I've taken an example here of Ustilago nuda triticae which produces loose smut of wheat. Agaricus, now worldwide the largest production of mushroom, which is an edible source of protein, isn't it, for human diet. So this wonderful source of protein is extracted from the fungi Agaricus. So Agaricus is mostly eaten worldwide as the major source of protein. Okay, do remember, it's the edible mushroom bearing fungi. Amanita, also commonly known as toadstool, it bears poisonous mushroom. Like Amanita caesarea, it was known to have killed Roman Emperor Caesar. Likewise, Amanita phalloides produces a particular toxin called phalin. Okay, likewise, it mainly produces poisonous mushroom. And finally, is a very interesting member of Basidiomycetes. Just like the most interesting member of Ascomycetes is yeast, in Basidiomycetes it is bracket fungi. Bracket fungi are world's best wood decomposers. Why? Because they not only digest cellulose part of the wood but also lignin part of the wood. So because they digest cellulose and lignin both, they are the best wood decomposers. Okay, there is no other living organism who can digest wood more efficiently than them. Alright, so this is all about the higher fungi as well. Now let us move on to Deuteromycetes or fungi imperfecti. Now for the last category, that is Deuteromycetes, which we also commonly call fungi imperfecti. Alright, so first of all, why do we have to call Deuteromycetes fungi imperfecti? That's because in any organism's life cycle, sexual reproduction is regarded as the perfect stage. And in Deuteromycetes, that perfect stage or sexual reproduction is absent. That's why we call it fungi imperfecti. Alright, understood? This is the main important thing that you need to remember regarding Deuteromycetes. Alright, now there are some interesting general characteristics of it. Let's see what are they. First of all, sexual reproduction is absent. That's the first and foremost thing. Next, when perfect stage or sexual reproduction is discovered, see, in few of the member of Deuteromycetes, sexual reproduction is either absent or else it might have not been discovered. Okay, so if it is suddenly, suppose a particular fungi, in the life cycle of that fungi, sexual reproduction has not been discovered yet, so we will keep it in Deuteromycetes. But as soon as the sexual stage is discovered, we will then immediately shift it to either Basidiomycetes or Ascomycetes. Most of the time it turns out to be Ascomycetes. Okay, so sometimes because of this particular problem, sometimes what happens is, suppose an organism or a particular fungi has been placed in Deuteromycetes already, alright, and another scientist discovers the sexual reproduction in that fungi, okay, and gives it a different name, completely different name, and places it in Ascomycetes or Basidiomycetes. Okay, later on, when the link between that member and this newly discovered member will be found out, only then from Deuteromycetes that particular fungi will be taken out completely. So that means sometimes what happens is Deuteromycetes member might be placed with a different name in Deuteromycetes and a completely different name in some other Ascomycetes or Basidiomycetes until a link is established. Alright. Now, mycelium is mostly found to be septate. Asexual reproduction is mostly found to be conidia, and you know very well conidia is mostly found in Ascomycetes, so that's why I'm telling you most of the members of Deuteromycetes ends up getting placed in Ascomycetes. Alright. Now, most of the members are saprophytes, parasites and decomposers of litter and helps in mineral cycling. Alright. So I think all of you are clear with the general characteristics. Okay. Fine. So now for the important example or important members. Like first, Helminthosporium oryza. It causes a disease called brown leaf spot disease of rice. In the name of the disease only you are getting to know the symptoms. Alternaria solani, it causes early blight of potato. Like you know that Phytophthora infestans, which was in Oomycetes, it causes late blight of potato. Okay, brown color spots in the potato. Fine. Likewise, early blight of potato is caused by Alternaria solani, which is a Deuteromycetes. Cercospora personata, it causes Ticca disease. Now what is Ticca disease? It's brownish color circular necrotic spots in groundnut. Alright. Last is Culatotrichum falcatum. It causes red rot of sugarcane. While you're eating sugarcane, you might find that certain portions of the sugarcane might be distasteful or reddish in color. So that's because of a fungal infection caused by Culatotrichum falcatum. So that's all regarding the classification of fungi. I think all of you have understood it well. Do remember this chapter is example oriented, so all the examples provided are very, very important for your exam, especially your objective exams.